either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Damn, I love that quote. Favorite quote of all time. But now we talk about cartoon villains, and there's one dude that really takes the cake. This champion of villains just does things even the other villains can barely imagine. And no, it's not Plankton or Doofenshmirtz, them made up villains. We're talking about the Joker, my favorite villain. Yes, the psycho clown from Gotham City who laughs while wrecking people's lives. But hey, the crazy thing, villains are not born, they're made. And that makes us think about each villain's backstory. Usually heartbreaking. We're talking about a guy who was once a normal dude just trying to live his life since he was a random petty criminal, but nothing of this sort. And then boom, life flips him upside down. So do you want to know what madness caused Joker to become what he's known for? Let's go back to before the Joker became the Joker. He wasn't born with that creepy grin plastered on his face. He was a small time nobody trying to make ends meet. Joker came to be revealed in 1951, although he had already been making appearances for years. Before coming the Clown Prince, Joker was known as Red Hood. Now Red Hood wasn't anything special, just another guy looking to score big off pulling a robbery at the Ace Chemicals plant. But what he didn't know was that this one heist would change his life forever. Red Hood wasn't the only one with plans that night. Batman had gotten word of the heist and showed up to stop it. Cause well, it's Gotham and Batman has a sixth sense for when someone's up to no good. One of my least favorite heroes. Batman swoops in, cape flowing, and the chaos begins. Red Hood panics. He's not ready to deal with the Dark Knight. So naturally, he runs. A chase starts. Things get messy real fast. Red Hood, scared out of his mind, starts running through the maze like Ace Chemicals plant with Batman high on his heels. The whole place is like one giant death trap. Pipes everywhere and vats of dangerous chemicals bubbling. They are less factory and more like cheeky traps for innocent redhead with these chemical plants. Anyway. In the middle of the chase, Red Hood slips. Before he knows it, he's teetering on the edge of a giant vat filled with toxic chemicals. Batman, being the hero he is, tries to reach out to grab him, but too late. He falls in, completely submerged in that nasty shit. After he takes a little dip in that toxic soup, things start changing fast. When he finally crawls out of the vat, his entire body's messed up. His skin is bleached, completely white. His hair turns neon green, and his lips bright red. He's permanently wearing clown makeup. But it's not just his looks that change. This dude's mind cracks like an egg. The chemicals didn't just fuck up his body, it fried his brain cells. Whatever was left of his sanity just up and vanished. So yeah, those chemicals made the Joker. And I agree it's more lame than Peter becoming Spider-Man and getting bit by a spider, but it is what it is. And we talking about the comic book version of the Joker, not the crappy movie version that just got beat up on a subway and decided to paint his face. But different writers have different thoughts on how the Joker came to be. And we're talking about the mainstream cartoons. So now that Joker is on the scene and batshit crazy, he's not wasting no time. He starts with small time crimes, nothing crazy, just some attention to build his reputation, you know, what most of us would do. But what really sets him apart is his style. Instead of your run-of-the-mill crime spree, he makes everything a twisted performance. Think of it as a horrific circus act where he's both the ringleader and the clown. And that's what makes him truly horrifying. That grin on his face, that evil laugh, and then a perfect plan, making it look like a circus performance. The most terrifying thing about him is that he doesn't want to commit crimes. He wants to play mind games. He loves to mess with Batman, trying to prove that even the Dark Knight can be driven mad. And he's pretty damn good at it. His first big break, the infamous Killing Joke. He pulls off this jaw-dropping stunt where he poisons Gotham's fish supply, turns them into giant laughing monsters. Why? Because it's hilarious. The city's panic and chaos are just the setup for his twisted sense of humor. I mean, villains have their goals. This clown just wants to laugh. But Joker doesn't just stop at poisoning literally the whole city fish. He's always got some more vile schemes up his sleeve. Like one might say this guy spends hours thinking of what evil things there are to do in the world. Remember the episode Mad Love? It's where Joker's twisted relationship with Harley Quinn is actually showcased. He manipulates Harley into helping him with his criminal plan, treating her like a pawn in his game. He's got this messed up habit of using people's emotions against them. And even the second on the list, psychopath Harley, is no match for him. And that is not just a time. Joker literally mentally abused Harley for years. Like most villains have someone they care for. This maniac doesn't even let this close one slip from his game. But then there's The Man Who Killed Batman, where Joker's idea of fun is to make Batman look like he's been taken out. He doesn't just want Batman defeated, he wants the whole city to believe the Dark Knight's done. He hires a bunch of low-level criminals to take out Batman, but there's a catch. He's using a fake Batman to make it look like the real Dark Knight has been taken out. He orchestrates the elaborate scheme where his goons manage to trap Batman and pretend they've beaten him. Then Joker broadcasts his victory all over Gotham. He's gotten everyone believing that Batman is dead and gone. The city's in chaos and the Joker's just sitting back enjoying the panic and fear he created. But it wasn't just about defeating Batman, it's about about ruining his reputation and turning his absence into the ultimate joke. But mental torture is not what Joker does best. He is second to none when it comes to physical brutality. He's always lustful for blood, and he doesn't separate those innocents from his enemies. In Batman Cacophony, Joker pulls off one of the most gruesome acts in his entire villainous career. Picture this. Close your eyes. Joker decides to blow up a school with children inside. A school filled with innocent kids. And why did he do that? Just to make his statement that no one is safe from his madness. So let's get into the seriously messed up stuff Joker pulled off when he managed to steal Mr. Powers, but he's just a mischievous imp from the 5th dimension with godlike reality warping abilities. If anybody knows how to pronounce his name in the comments, please help me. So when Joker gets his hands on those powers, things go from chaotic to completely bonkers. In the storyline, Joker steals the imp's powers and decides to have a field day with him. He doesn't just use him to create a few pranks or minor inconveniences. He goes full on mad scientist. He reshapes reality to his whims, turning Gotham into his personal nightmare playground. Imagine Joker's twisted sense of humor combined with nearly unlimited power. Just as insane as it sounds. He changed the world around him, making it a reflection of his deranged mind. People are tortured in surreal ways, and the city becomes a nightmarish version of itself. He distorts reality to show his complete control and to demonstrate just how powerless everyone is against his madness. Now, to all those people who think Joker is not a league level villain, in a twisted turn of events, Joker manages to get his hands on a way to influence the Man of Steel himself, Superman. How does he pull this off? By using his signature Joker Venom, which is a toxin that forces its victims to laugh uncontrollably and can even drive them insane. Joker's plan? Pure evil genius. He manages to infect Superman with his venom, which has the side effect of turning Superman against his own allies. So imagine Superman, the symbol of justice, laughing maniacally and wreaking havoc because of Joker's poison. It's not about just physical destruction with him, it's about psychological warfare on a cosmic scale. The event where this happens is from the comic Injustice: Gods Among Us, just like the video game. Joker's plan is to make Superman so twisted by the venom, he becomes a pawn in Joker's twisted games. This is Joker's ultimate move, turning the world's greatest hero into a tool of his own brand of chaos. Started with a series of personal failures and a tragic past. We've all faced moments where we felt like the world was against us, where things just didn't go as planned. We never fell into a vat of acid though. Joker's extreme reactions show what can happen when someone struggles and traumas aren't addressed. It's a dark, exaggerated mirror of how powerful negative experience can be. Well, Joker might be an unpredictable beast, but he's kept us all entertained for all these years. One of the many reasons he is my favorite villain of all time. No special powers, just straight brains and insanity. But if you like this video, comment, subscribe, leave a like. See you next time.